Heyo, welcome back everybody. So we're coming to the end of our Pokerogue Genlock challenges, and I've been trying to think of something fun to work on next. And something I've always wanted to try my hand at was Pokemon solo challenges. I'm pretty familiar with Gen 1, but I've never tried the whole gotta go fast thing, so I figured I'd start with something easy. The easiest, in fact. I want to see how fast I can beat Pokemon Red with just a Mewtwo and no items in battle. Because items make it pretty much easy with any Pokemon. But before we talk about how overpowered Mewtwo is in Gen 1, I want to remind you to praise the like and sub. He's been working really hard lately. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers. So make sure you catch that subscribe button if you haven't. See what I did there? Because it's Pokemon. Anyway, you probably already know this, but if you don't, Psychic-type Pokemon are extremely busted in Gen 1. They're only weak to Bug-type, which quite frankly is pretty pathetic offensively in Gen 1. And due to an oversight, they're actually immune to Ghosts. On top of that, the only Ghost types in Gen 1 are also Poison type, which Psychic is strong against. So, real good planning there, Game Freak. And when it comes to the Gen 1 Psychic types, Mewtwo is obviously above the rest. I mean, even by today's standards, his base stats are amazing. He's got an average of 118, a special stat of 154, which in Gen 1 is both offensive and defensive, so he's pretty bulky and he hits hard. And he's got a speed of 130, so he's gonna outspeed everything that I have an issue with. So this entire run is probably just going to be a victory lap from Mewtwo. Hopefully that'll make up for me having absolutely no clue what I'm doing here. So I only ran through the game once, I think, at a leisurely pace, kind of just refamiliarizing myself with everything in the later parts of the game. But this is going to be my first full speed attempt at trying to beat it as fast as I can. So let's see how this goes. So I skip all of the optional battles in Viridian Forest, which is going to be kind of the running theme for the rest of this game, and go straight into the Brock battle, which here I'm not going to be able to one-shot anything yet. I'm just, not high enough level, but Psychic still does the job. We take the Geodude out in 2 hits. Onyx isn't going to be much of an issue, and he's a 2-hit as well. He just goes for Screech the whole time. Wouldn't have really mattered if he had done anything else. I killed him too fast. So we got the Boulder Badge, and we're just going to continue on heading out from here. So east of Pewter, nothing here really poses a threat. None of the bug trainers or lasses or anything really matter. So I'm just going to skip ahead. We do run into a Paris, like, almost instantly when I got into Mount Moon, which was pretty lucky. And I caught him on the first try. During my practice run, it took me forever to find one, so I was pretty happy about that. Other than that, we're just going to keep kind of avoiding everybody in Mount Moon except for the required battles and trying to run from these 10,000 Zubats that would not leave me alone. I think I got like 15 encounters on the first floor alone. So going into Cerulean, I decided to opt for the Misty battle first because despite what the Goldeen trainer says, she cannot wait. The Staryu I was not too concerned about, just 2 Psychics should do it. I almost took it at 1, if I would have got the crit there that'd have been nice. But the Starmie, I was kind of concerned. I figured maybe Swift would do more damage, but she manages to get a crit with the Bubble Beam, and we kind of just get shut down pretty quick. So, yeah. I decided here maybe I'll try to go and take the rival on next, and clear Nugget Bridge and everything first. The rival battle should not be a concern, as long as I don't get hit by Sand Attack by Pidgeotto. So we're able to get him, again, almost a 1-hit, and then, of course, we get the Sand Attack, so we miss there. And now he's just kind of chipping off on me. So I was kind of worried at this point. The Abra is obviously not going to be an issue. I mean, we almost took him out with Swift. He can't really do anything to us. The Rattata, he does manage to get off a quick attack here, but we just go for Confusion. I'm trying to save my Psychic uses for the actual route up here. And Charmander's just an easy Psychic. So other than that, I mean, Rival's pretty easy. So we're going to get through there, talk to Bill. We're going to go and drop the escape rope and just teleport back to Cerulean and then go back for a round 2 with Misty, and hopefully it goes better this time. Alright, so coming into this one, I wasn't too worried anymore. I do get the 1-shot on the Staryu, so it's already looking a little bit better. And Swift is doing, it looks like about 20%, so probably about a 5-hit. And it's kind of going pretty well as long as she doesn't get the crit, and we managed to get a crit, turn it into a 4-hit. If she had gotten the crit on the Bubble Beam though, she might have been able to take us out. I'm not real sure. But I am kind of seeing the issue with needing to have a stronger physical move to deal with any of the other Psychic types, like Alakazam and stuff like that. So going into the SSN and Vermilion, I am going to opt to go ahead and take out the little extra trainer and go a little bit out of my way and grab Body Slam down there. it should make the battle with the trainer coming up easier, and it will be really useful going into like Sabrina and stuff in the late game. So we're going to head down, and I'm going to go a little bit out of the way to take out the Growlithe trainer right here, just so that way we can get an extra rare candy. I don't think I'm going to need rare candies in this run, but it's always good to have them just in case we need them at the end, or I kind of run into the issue in Victory Road. I had the issue during my practice run, at least, that I was sort of getting random encounters, so maybe I can use the rare candy to kind of up my level just a little bit so that doesn't happen. So we're going to head over to the next rival battle here, and now that I have Body Slam, it shouldn't be any issues at all. The only slight concern would be maybe a Pidgeotto gets off a Sand Attack, but I don't know if he's even going to survive. I mean, it'll probably take maybe 2 hits to take him out, so we'll see. So we go with a Psychic here, and yeah, it's a one-shot, so no issues. Eradicate, one-shot. We kind of saw that coming. We won't have to deal with him anymore, so. And Body Slam is a one-shot on the Kadabra, so that's nice. That's a pretty big improvement over Swift. And Charmeleon, I don't think the crit mattered there. He probably been one-shot anyways. I don't know if the rival is going to get any harder later on. But we're going to come up here, talk to the captain, and do some questionable things to get a new HM. And then we're just going to head back out of here so we can finally cut through the trees in front of the gym and get to Surge. And we are going to save after we get this first can here, just so that we don't have to keep, you know, struggling with the trash cans. This always annoyed me when I was a kid. But there is a pattern to it, and if you save, you can just kind of reset and, you know, just redo it. It's not going to change that first can. And it did actually take me more tries than I'm willing to admit. I just kind of cut those out of here because I don't think you're going to watch me struggling with the cans. But yeah, going into the Surge battle, I'm not too worried about him. I don't think he's going to be an issue for Mewtwo at all. I should outspeed everything, and I may not one-shot the Raichu, but I think, yeah, Voltorb's going to be one-shot with Psychic. Pikachu's is going to be another Psychic. And Raichu's probably going to take 2. Yeah, a little bit over half, though. I mean, it's pretty good damage. So it took 2 hits. And so, once again, Surge is kind of a joke. And so, while I'm going through and I'm getting the bike voucher and all that, I do want to take a moment to just kind of like redeem Surge a little bit. He gets a lot of crap from people for being really bad, but when you think about it, so Brock and Missy you can't really skip. So if you have a bad matchup against them, you have to struggle through them. It makes them seem really hard. Surge, you can kind of skip him. So if you have a bad matchup, a lot of people just skip past him and then come back and battle him later. And so the one time, you know, out of every 100 that he's actually going to have a chance to shine, you can just skip him and come back later, so no one really gives him a chance to do well. I don't know, I kind of feel bad for the guy. But anyways, so we're going to get the bike voucher here, and we're just going to dig back to Cerulean since we didn't actually heal in Vermilion. And come down here and grab the bike voucher from this really shady bike shop. I'm going to do a video at some point about the price of that bike. There's something going on there. That's some kind of a money laundering scheme or some kind of drug cartel. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know how that random guy down there has a bike voucher, but I don't know who in this world can afford those bikes, but it's not a Pokemon trainer. But anyways, we're going to keep on moving. So there's not a whole lot to mention about the route on the way to Rock Tunnel. But now that we're here, it's not too much of an issue for me now because I have a handy dandy map to look at. But when I was a kid, I did not know that, you know, HM Flash even existed. I didn't find it the first time I played. And I stumbled through this place for so long, I'm pretty sure I quit playing for like a week because I got so irritated with it I couldn't figure out how to get through. But now it's not an issue. We got Thunderbolt for the Slowpokes, and we have, once again, handy dandy map. And now that the hellscape of Rock Tunnel is behind us, we're just going to run right through Lavender Town. We're just going to say real quick, hi Lavender Town, bye Lavender Town. And while we're in Celadon, we're just going to make a quick pick stop up here at the store to pick up Ice Beam, which is going to help us out a lot moving forward. And we're going to go ahead and grab a few calciums just to kind of give us a little bit of a boost. So afterwards, I'm going to head straight down to go battle Erica. And she can be kind of annoying. She's got Wrap and Sweet Powder and everything, but I don't think she's going to be too much of an issue. We've got Ice Beam and we've got Psychic. So we should be able to very easily just outspeed everything and probably one-shot. I don't think she's going to get a chance to do anything. If the Victory Bell survives a hit and manages to put us to sleep, it could be a problem, but... So we're just going to run in. We only have to battle one trainer here, and she's got Execute, which is, again, a very weird Pokemon design. Gen 1 has really weird choices for Pokemon designs. I don't even know where to start with that. But yeah, we're going to rush through the little Erica text, and so she's going to lead out with Victory Bell, and I'm pretty sure a single Psychic should do the job here. Yeah, okay. So we shouldn't have an issue. Tangela can't really do much to us, even if it does survive. Wrap can be annoying, but it's going to cost time. And Vileplume, I probably could have went for Psychic. Ice Beam basically does the same thing. I don't think the crit mattered there. And just like that, Eric is done. And we're going to head to the Rocket Game Corner now, which isn't an issue at all. There's not a whole lot to show here. Except these little spinning tiles, this has got to be some kind of workplace hazard. I don't know if we need to call OSHA or something or what. I really hope they have really good health insurance here because people have got to get hurt on that every day. Like imagine trying to go pick up a cup of coffee or something, you've got to run through that room every time. I can't imagine Giovanni is giving too good of benefits to his employees, but here we are. So Giovanni's not going to be an issue at all. We've got Ice Beam, and I think we're just going to Ice Beam through everything. The Kangaskhan, I believe he has at this point, is, yeah, that's just going to be a Psychic, which, again, Mewtwo's so overpowered, I think I could have went with any move and would have pretty much done the same thing. So we're going to head over to Minor Inconvenience number 4 now. And he's basically been demoted from being my rival at this point, and you're going to see why in a second. So we do get a nice crit with the Ice Beam. I don't know if it mattered there, even if it didn't. I don't think Pidgeot could have done too much, or Pidgeotto. Execute is a one-shot as well. Thunderbolt on the Gyarados is one-shot. And then Kadabra, we're going to go for the Body Slam here. And we've gotten 3 crits already in this battle, so really good luck. I don't know if any of them mattered or not. But the Charmeleon's is going to be a one-shot with the Psychic easy. So none of the channelers here are going to be an issue for us, or the Team Rocket at the top floors, so we're not going to spend too much time here, and we're just going to skip ahead to us grabbing the Pokeflute, so we can give Snorlax the kind of wake up my mom used to give me when I was a kid. So we're going to head straight to Minor Inconvenience number 5, and he's actually gotten significantly stronger now, and we have not really changed any, so we're going to see if we can still do as well this time. So he does get the quick attack off. Ice Beam is no longer a one-shot, which, again, we did get the crit before, but it probably didn't matter at that point. And then Execute is still going to be a one-shot with Ice Beam, so that's good for now. Gyarados, I'm pretty sure, is still, yeah, Thunderbolt, that 4 times effectiveness, it's not even an issue. And then Alakazam is going to be the big one, and he's not a one-shot. We do get the Lucky Paralysis. It doesn't really matter in this battle, but it is concerning that we're not one-shotting him. And then Ice Beam on Charizard isn't a one-shot either, but he can't do too much to us, even with that crit. But I mean, you know what? Minor Inconvenience might get upgraded back to Rival again. He got us below half health. That could have went bad if I had gotten a Gen 1 miss or something. So, not too bad. So, I don't know if I even really need to talk about Giovanni at this point. I didn't even heal before this battle, and it's just going to be a Psychic on the Nidorino, Psychic on the Kangaskhan, and Rhyhorn, Ice Beam. I get the crit here. I don't think that mattered at all. And Nidoqueen is just going to be another Psychic. That one I wasn't actually sure if I'd one-shot, but yeah. I think Giovanni might need to just go back to his day job. So there's nothing else to really talk about, Safari Zone and all that, so we're going straight to the Koga battle. And this actually was surprisingly tough, because my finger cramped from pressing the A button so many times. Honestly, I mean, Koga, the battle goes about how you would expect it to. It's just 4 Psychics and we're done. And I know he can kind of be an issue for other Pokemon, but not for Mewtwo. So we're just gonna move on. And I do kind of want to talk about one of my complaints about the Pokemon series as a whole is just the gym leaders should have full teams of Pokemon. Like, I mean, Gen 1 kind of has the excuse that there's a shallow pool of Pokemon to choose from, so someone like Brock, there's not really a whole lot of options for him that wouldn't make it too ridiculous, like just him having 3 Geodudes and Gravelers and stuff. But the rest of them, there's no excuse why they shouldn't have 6 Pokemon. They are gym leaders, they're supposed to be the top, you know, except for the Elite 4, I guess. But why do they not have 6 Pokemon? It just doesn't make sense to me. But anyways, I digress. We are going to surf down to Cinnabar, and we're going to go ahead and take out Blaine next, and so we're going to save Sabrina for last, just because I think she might pose the most issue out of any of the gym leaders. I don't think she's going to be too much of a concern, though, since we do have Body Slam, but we'll see how that goes when we get there. So we're going to skip all the battles in Blaine's gym, and he's going to send out Best Boy Growlithe, which it does hurt me, but we have to take him out with the Psychic. Ponyta's is going to be the same thing, just one shot. I don't think the crit matters there. Rapidash is not a one-shot, but of course he's going to go for the retroactive super potion there, and then we're going to get a crit that might have actually mattered there. Arcanine is not a one-shot either, but he goes for Roar, and I mean, I know the AI was not too amazing in Gen 1, but come on, like, why does Arcanine even have Roar? It doesn't do anything in battle in Gen 1, or not in a trainer battle at least. So I just don't understand some of the choices. I think they just gave them their normal level up move pools and didn't really want to mess with it too much, but they could have customized them a little bit. I don't know. But anyways, we're going to fly over to Saffron City, which it took me way too long to find. And we're going to go ahead and battle Sabrina here. And I know I said I was mostly worried about Sabrina, but that's not even really true either. The most that she can really do is just cost me some time. The Kadabra is going to be a one-shot with Body Slam. Mr. Mime, I think without the crit, he might have been a two-shot. Venomoth isn't going to be an issue at all. And then Alakazam, I'm pretty sure is not going to be a one-shot. Yeah. And then, of course, he goes for Recover. We hit him again, and we do get the crit. So if not, that could have drug out for a while. It can get kind of annoying. But we're going to head back to Viridian, and what do you know, Giovanni did go back to his day job. And speaking of which, is there no background checks for being a gym leader? Like, he just gets to just, you know, lead a criminal organization and be a gym leader. I mean, he wasn't being very secretive. Everyone knew it was him. I don't know. Either way, he's not a concern. It's about the same issue as the last couple times we battled him. It's just going to be Ice Beams and Psychics, and that's about it. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable with him being in charge of a criminal organization and being a gym leader. Like, I'm about to go full Karen on here and go speak to his manager. I don't know. So we're going to head over for the newly redeemed Rival number 6 battle. And I did not review this battle before recording this, so we're going to see what happens. It'll be a surprise for me too. I recorded this gameplay a while back, so he gets the quick attack again. Ice Beam is not a one-shot still, but we get an unnecessary crit. This is good for flavor, I guess. And Ice Beam the Rhyhorn, I figure that's still going to be a one-shot. And Execute, probably a one-shot as well. Yeah. Until he evolves, I'm not too concerned about him. And then Thunderbolt the Gyarados, which is still a one-shot. I kind of saw that coming. The Alakazam might pose an issue here. We got the crit there, and he still has the programming from the first or second encounter, so he still uses potions here, so that's kind of funny. Charizard goes for Rage. I mean, there's not a whole lot he could have done anyways, but Rage pretty much just seals the deal there. So Rival number 6 has been demoted to Minor Inconvenience once again. So nothing too exciting happens in Victory Road. There's no required battles here. And I did actually have to use 2 rare candies while I was here just to stop the encounters after using Repel. But other than that, it's not much to see, so I will see you again whenever we get to the Elite Four. Alright, so going into the final battles here, we're at 2 hours and 43 minutes. And I'm kind of concerned. I don't know. When I did my practice run, I never actually got this far. So I do not know at all how these battles are going to go for me. But Dugong goes for the takedown here. I guess it could have been worse. It could have used Rest and really annoyed me. But I don't think that she can use Rest against Psychic types. Cloyster's a one-shot with Thunderbolt. That's easy. Slowbro, we get the Thunderbolt crit. I don't know if the crit mattered there. And Jinx, we're going to go for Body Slam. And she does go for Double Slap just to waste time, but she only gets 3 hits, so that's not too bad. And so we're going to go into her final Lapras here. And we get Thunderbolt. It's just a little under half, and we do get Paralyzed, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, we could have got the freeze from Ice Beam, so maybe it saved us. But we still managed to beat her. We almost lost there. That's kind of impressive, and I'm slightly concerned. Not concerned for Bruno, though, because, I mean, I defended Lieutenant Surge earlier, but I can't really defend Bruno at all. There's never been any matchup I've ever had where he has been an issue at all. I think I usually just one-shot him with basically everything. So the Onix is going to go down. Hitmonchan is going to go for Psychic. So we get the crit there. Didn't matter. Hitmonlee, we're going to go for Psychic again. And no crit, but it still doesn't matter. Onix, we're just going to go for Psychic because I didn't feel like pressing another button. That would have been too much work. And Machamp, Psychic again, and one shot. Yep, and we got the crit. So he might have survived if we didn't, but again, Bruno just is kind of trash. So Agatha, I don't know how to feel about this. If we can outspeed, I think we'll be okay. I'm not sure at this level if I will, but we go for the Psychic on Gengar, and we do get the crit there. I don't know if that mattered. For a Golbat, probably could have done Psychic. I don't know. It might have done more damage. I don't know. I mean, my caveman brain was like, hey, Wings, use Ice. Haunter is not going to be an issue. Arbok is not... I don't think he really has anything that can do much to me. And the second Gengar, we don't one-shot, but luckily he misses with the Hypnosis. That could have gotten really annoying. So we do manage to take Agatha out on the first try, so that's pretty lucky. So going into the Lance battle, I'm not really concerned about anything except for maybe the Gyarados and the Aerodactyl if I don't manage to one-shot them. Aerodactyl can be really annoying with Supersonic and Hyper Beam, but we have Ice Beam for basically all of them, so I don't foresee this being too much of an issue. So we come up to the Gyarados, and we're just going to go for Thunderbolt here, and it should one-shot 4 times, yeah. So no crit needed. Dragonairs is going to be an Ice Beam. I'm not concerned about the Dragonairs at all. Not really concerned about the Dragonite either. So second Dragonairs is going to go down the same way. Honestly, they should have just gave him 3 Dragonites, for being honest, but, you know. Aerodactyl, we do one-shot from a crit. Not sure if that mattered or not. And then Dragonite's going to be a one-shot with Ice Beam. So we actually beat Lance without getting hit, which is pretty impressive. I was kind of concerned. And then, oh, what a twist. We have to battle our rival again. Who would have thought? I'm not really sure how he managed to get through here. I mean, I'm sure he could beat Bruno pretty easy, but I don't know how he managed to beat the rest of them. But going into this battle, I'm pretty sure it's going to play out the same as the last ones. He's a lot higher level now, but it shouldn't be too big of an issue. And so Pidgeot goes for Ice Beam, which I'm not even sure. Oh yeah, Mirror Move, my bad. My brain just glossed right over that, but Alakazam, we do get the Paralysis. He goes for Recover anyways, so we hit him again. We get the crit this time. That could have dragged on a little while if we didn't. The Rhydon, we're still going to one-shot with the Ice Beam. He's still kind of useless. The Exeggutor, we do not one-shot even with a crit, which is pretty impressive. And he goes for Barrage just to waste more time. Only gets 4 hits. I say it as if it's not a lot. But Gyarados, Thunderbolt, I don't know if this is going to one-shot this time. And it still does, which is pretty impressive. And then we're going to go against Charizard. I don't think he really has anything that can cause me any issues. Yeah, so, I mean, he managed to get me down to 90 health, so not too bad. But yeah, we have finally beaten the Elite Four, and I guess the whole game. Now we just have to beat the mashing the A button to get through all this text here. But I think the time on this, I didn't check again before I recorded this, and I probably should have. I think I'm like just under 3 hours. And let's see, and I did actually keep the HM mules, I guess, on my team for this because they played a big part in this, you know, whole challenge too. If I didn't have them, I literally could not have gotten here. So we're going to rush through all this. And 257. Alright, not too bad. I'm sure there's a lot I could have done to get a better time, but I don't think it's too bad for my first real attempt. Didn't lose a single battle, and if you say I lost to Misty, I'll call you a liar and no one will believe you. But I may try this run again once I get more experience, because I do want to do more of these with progressively worse Pokemon. I don't know. I was kind of thinking about at some point doing like a Chansey run with no special moves or something. So if this video does well, I'll definitely do more of these, so make sure you leave a comment below letting me know who you want me to use next. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe, all that fun stuff. Follow me on Twitch if you want to see me play some random games. I'm going to be doing a full playthrough of Pokemon Emerald for the first time soon. Never played Gen 3 before, so it's going to be interesting. But I guess you don't really have to do any of that, but it would be a lot cooler if you did. But anyways, I will catch you guys next time.